My name is Alexis Denucci.
And I'm Landon, Todd.
And I'm Al-Zahawi.
And our group project was on breaking barriers with buddies, a solution to improve English acquisition and integration of ESL students here at Salt Lake Community College. We will be talking a little bit about what the ESL program is lacking and why is that a crucial need and how we're going to satisfy that need and what we've all learned through this long journey.
The organization that we're working with is the English as a Second Language program at the Salt Lake Community College, and this mission statement for that organization is to promote and provide experience for students and to make a better and a great success in their life, and to develop their language skills in English.
And we have an example here of one of the students from the ESL class, Jamal. This is what the ESL program does to help students like Jamal. Jamal is currently an ESL student and he's learning to understand English better so he can go to college. And specifically so he can run in the NCAA. He's a great runner. But he can't do that until he learns English. And he gets accepted into a college. And to do that he has to pass English tests to be able to do that. So the ESL program works with students to be able to help them to pass these tests and learn English. And in all the students, it's the same case, but they're trying to do different things and have different careers. So during our journey during the semester and helping out with the ESL program, we saw a big need in the ESL program. Right now, currently, right now in the ESL program, there's around 163 students, and all of them are now taught by about 9 instructors and only 8 volunteers, 3 of which are us that are here today. So you see that there is a big need for volunteers in this program. So you might ask yourselves, why would that be a critical need when there's only a few volunteers? And basically, that's because the ESL students, they don't have buddies to talk with, or English-speaking buddies. They don't communicate themselves with English-speaking students on a daily basis. And that is a critical need to their development in learning English. And we did some research on that to explain why that's so critical.
We did some research with the Institute for Social and Economical Development Solutions. It says most of the individuals and groups are expressed strong support for opportunities to speak to native-born English speakers. Making individual one-on-one connections with people in the community was absolutely essential for a person to welcome and feel connected. We also did a survey with some of the ESL students just to see how many friends they had at the college and that were native English speakers, and there were 2 to 6 students, like 60% of the students had 2 to 6 friends, and 60% of students here had 1 to 0 friends.
And so, that survey really does show, though, that at SLIC in the campus, the students aren't really getting themselves out with the English-speaking people. They're not integrating as well as they can. So we want to, our proposal is to be able to help these students break this English language barrier.
And what we thought about this to satisfy this problem is the buddy system. And the buddy system is to have both the students and the volunteers to agree and participate in the buddy system at the beginning of the semester. And each of them will have 15 hours of teaching and practicing writing, exercises, pronunciation, and conversation. So they can like get the ESL students' skills to be developed more and have success in their life.
And like how the buddy system will run pretty much is that we really want to coordinate well with the other service learning classes at SLCC. In the English departments and the language departments, and we want to make aware to them how those service learning students can serve in the ESL program. And those service learning students in those departments can be notified through their teachers, and then they can contact Cheryl, and Cheryl is more than willing to be able to provide them with background information on the program, class schedules and times to help the students know when they can go to help the ESL students and buddy up. And then the ESL teachers can coordinate and arrange their ESL students to buddy up with a volunteer for the whole semester. And then to make sure that this is happening, to verify that it's happening, we can simply create a log sheet that the ESL students can write what they did, the hours that they spent with their buddy, and then their ESL teacher can sign that and make sure that it's happening. One other question too that you might think is how will we get volunteers? And that is like I said, we really want to stress on the other service learning students in the English and language departments. And we also have contacted with Shannon Bell, who currently works at the Writing Center at SLCC, and she has said that she has volunteer positions and she's willing to work to make this happen. And here are a few pictures of some ESL students in the class. They're great. So far, this is basically our proposal and what we want to do. We really believe that it can work. Does anybody so far have any questions about the buddy system, about how it might work? No? Oh, sorry. Yes.
How would you describe the relationship from the beginning of the semester to the end? What progression are you seeing with these students like Jamal?
Like between us and Jamal?
Yeah. How has Jamal progressed, or what? Have some examples of ways in which Jamal has grown through this buddy system?
Well, that's the thing. The buddy system hasn't been in place yet. That's why we want to do it. And really what we've done throughout the whole semester is we've gone in the ESL classes for about an hour, and we have helped the teachers. They teach, and then we do teach a little bit, and we'll help them with specific assignments and that. And it is good, and it does help. But what we've really noticed is that it doesn't make that big of an impact. What has helped a lot is that we sometimes do tutoring with them outside of class, and that helps a lot for them to progress even more and to understand what they're learning in class, because they really do have a hard time learning. It's a slow process learning another language. So we want to see the buddy system work, and we really think that it can, that one-on-one relationship with an ESL student will be a lot better than just going into a class and serving a little bit here and there. Anybody have other questions?
I'm just trying to be obnoxious about the 10-minute thing.
And really, we're pretty much done. We want to share our experiences from this service learning class and really what we feel like service learning is.
I'll start. What I will take from service learning is just great compassion towards other people. Or, as before at the first semester, I probably wasn't really thinking about serving or helping other people or anything like that. But now that I'm aware of it, I hope I can continue that.
And what I learned from this learning service class, and what it gave me a new meaning and values to my life, which makes me like to go on and do bigger projects in the future and serve this community.
One thing that I have really taken away from service learning classes, I kind of explained this the other day in our class, is that before being a college student, I would kind of look at presentations like this, things that college students do, and I would just be kind of disbelieving in it. I kind of think the students just do it just to do it. Nothing really comes out of it, no benefit. But being in this class and seeing how what each one of us has done, I've seen the changes that we've done and the changes that have come in everybody else, and it's really made me a believer in almost school and education, but specifically in service learning and how it can make us do things and benefit the world around us. So now I'm more a believer in that students can actually do things like this and make a